David Bottrill, the OTO. A very weird situation I've found myself in here. I'm getting sued by a man by Mr. David Bottrill, who's the National Treasurer of a group believed by people in the public to be a pedophile group. Similar to type of allegations the public makes against groups like the Freemasons, who have a lot of political and government men in there. The public alleges that they're pedophiles as well. Here's evidence for the public. It's been done in the ACT Administrative Tribunal, and there's 6 of us that he's suing. I just want to show you so you can see. Actually, that's the first one. There's two more added here. Here we go. This is the latest one from 27th of August. There's a hearing on the 10th of December, and this is a very nasty, nasty person in the group. That's the evidence for the public. Me, one of the people being sued, Michael Borusiewicz, Amber Pryor, Gwen Butler, and Arthur Cristian and Fiona Cristian. This started back in about July of 2014. I was an administrator of a Facebook group, Luke's Army, which was started by Michael Borusiewicz. He had his son was murdered by the government in so-called government care, foster care, which people, you know, the government stealing children and putting them into government services, where this child died. He was 2 years old. His name was Luke. He was the son of Michael Borusiewicz. And the Facebook group's quite a big group. It's got over 10,000 members, and there's had 11 administrators. I was asked to go on there to help, and I said yes, I'll help to support the parents and their children who've been stolen. And I spoke to a lot of these parents on the telephone, and there's nothing wrong with these parents. This is just an industry for these government workers, and it's evil. And the support should be given for families to stay together, and supporting parents and supporting the children to keep the family together, not ripping children away from the parent. Anyway, Michael posted some stuff about this David Bottrill and his group, the OTO, which stands for Ordo Templi Orientis. And he was alleging that the National Treasurer, David Bottrill, was covering up for government pedophiles. Now, I didn't know anything about this group or anything about this man, and all of a sudden I get this lawsuit, and now there's 6 of us, because he picked out 4 out of the 11 administrators on the group. And I got a phone call from this man, Mr. Bottrill, and he said, I have to take down this post. And I said, what post are you talking about? Just let me know when it was made and what date, etc. Sorry, and who made it and what's it about, and I'll have a look at it. And then he just said, if you don't take it down, you're getting sued. Then he hung up on me. So I had no idea what he's talking about. I didn't say anything about this person or his group. But now, you drag me into this, Mr. Bottrill, and I'm going to basically teach the public about your group, because I had to do a lot of research on this group. And you've harassed me, you've wasted a lot of my time, you've caused additional stress. I've got other issues with the government that I'm dealing with, and now this is just another thing to deal with. So this is disgusting what this man is doing. He sued people in the past who made public critique of his group, okay? And one of them was a doctor, a woman doctor, by the name of Raina Michaelson. Raina Michaelson, a female doctor, who was making public commentary about this group, the OTO, Ordo Templi Orientis. And she was alleging that the group consisted of government pedophiles, that there were political and government men, members of this group, who were involved in pedophilia, and policemen involved who were also covering up pedophilia. Now, a medical doctor doesn't have time to make public allegations like that for nothing. She must have had victims coming to her who were making disclosures for her to research this group and make public commentary. It was picked up by the Herald Sun, the legal action against the doctor, and she couldn't prove what she was saying, because I would say she was bound by confidentiality issues with the children or the victims, whether they were perhaps adults now, I'm not sure. So her legal advice, what she ended up doing was paying off this David Bottrill and this group. She paid them off, and that would have been her legal advice, I would say. Now, I take the side of the doctor, Raina Michaelson, and I'd like to have a conversation with you one day about this, because there's 6 of us now getting sued by this group. It was, her case was reported by the Herald Sun. A couple of reporters followed up this case. And this is a lot bigger now. This is bigger. There's 6 of us. I've just named the people. And most of us are Christians. And 2 of them, I think, were sued before as well. And it was done in it's been done in the ACT. The first case, the cases were done in the ACT Magistrates Court, and this case has been done in the ACT Civil and Administrative Tribunal. And I think the other case, 2 of them were fined $10,000 each, and they refused to pay, and they organised, the court and the group organised for them to be jailed for 8 months. So it's absolutely disgusting and shocking that a court in Australia, the courts, can be siding with a group that's been alleged in the public domain to be a pedophile group, and they have websites and information in the public domain about this group. It's already in the public domain. So under freedom of speech laws, freedom of speech and political communication laws in cases, high court cases, people are allowed to critique groups and people in the public domain. Now, whatever happens in the future, this is going to be continued in the public domain. It's not going to be settled in this court, I can assure you, if this goes on. And I don't trust these court people in the Magistrates Court, the Supreme Court, District Court, and the administrative tribunals, because they're helping the psychs kill and torture their victims. So I definitely don't trust the administrative tribunals in Australia. I don't trust these court people. So Mr. Bottrill, it's not going to work, it's not going to be resolved in the court, it's going to be resolved in the public domain. And what I say, for the best interest of the public and the victims of your group, if the victims have come forward to this female Dr. Michaelson, who you sued in the past, then the victims, have rights. It's not going to be resolved, it's going to be resolved in the public domain, and the public has a right to speak about it. What I say on behalf of the public and your victims is that we want a public list of all the members of your group to prove whether there are government people in your group involved in sexual activities against children, and also with the Freemason groups throughout Australia, that your membership list needs to be made public. We want to know who you are, and you're all men. Freemasons, mostly political and government men, and it seems that this group, OTO, also has political and government men in it. We want the membership list to be made public. Well, I do. And you work for the Department of Immigration. So you're a government man, Mr. Bottrill. And what are you doing to help and support the Muslim men bringing in little children for child marriages, pedophilia? That's been supported in the Immigration Department by government men. So we all know that men rape women and children. It's throughout the whole world. You've been doing it for centuries. And we know that the police do cover up for rapists and pedophiles. We know that there are hundreds of cases in Australian history alone where policemen have raped women and children, and other government men have done it. So we know it exists. So we want the membership list of your group, and this is not going to be resolved in the court. It's going to go on for years. And I'll talk about it as much as I like. You dragged me into this. I will talk about this